Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, how the Ethiopian community is supporting the family of a 5-year-old who fell from a high-rise balcony. Stamp of approval, Alberta and Ontario strike 2 new deals at the Calgary Stampede. And fair freebies, how to earn free tickets to K-Days this summer.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
The premiers of Alberta and Ontario say the 2 provinces will work together to connect Canada's economy. Danielle Smith and Doug Ford met today at the Calgary Stampede, announcing 2 different agreements. CTV's Evan Kenny joins us now in studio. So, Evan, what can you tell us about these 2 new deals?
Matt, Premiers Danielle Smith and Doug Ford signed 2 memorandums of understanding. One is a commitment from Alberta to use made-in-Canada cars for its government fleet and reduce barriers for interprovincial trade of liquor. The other agreement focuses on building trade corridors with oil and gas pipelines and railways. The goal is to have a new pipeline and enhanced infrastructure in James Bay near the Ontario-Quebec border and in southern Ontario. The 2 provinces also plan to work together on nuclear energy production. Smith said today that Alberta plans to hold public consultations this fall on adding nuclear power to the province's energy mix. Both premiers say they're trying to make Canada's economy more resilient in the face of U.S. tariffs.
And the world changed in November. And I think Canadians understand that we've got to start acting like a country. We've got to start supporting each other. And I think that is the prevailing sentiment in the country.
I love the U.S. I love the American people. But there's one person that's causing a problem right now, and that's President Trump. We want to move forward. We want to build the Amcan fortress. But the days of relying on the United States 100%, they're done. They're gone. We're going to start being reliant and self-reliant on each other.
This builds on an MOU Alberta and Ontario signed last month. The 2 will launch a joint feasibility study later this year. The provincial NDP are skeptical of the agreements. The party says if the UCP government was serious about breaking down trade barriers, they'd start by addressing trucking rules, building codes, labor standards, and accreditation. That's the kind of meaningful action Albertans have been asking for. Matt?
All right, CTV's Evan Kenny live in studio tonight. Thank you. A 5-year-old boy has died after falling several stories from a downtown high-rise. Now, Edmonton's Ethiopian community is coming together to help the family. CTV's Naramanisa reports.
An Edmonton family is mourning the death of a 5-year-old boy. It happened last Wednesday at a high-rise just off of Jasper Avenue and 121st Street. Edmonton police say that the boy fell off of the roof. A tenant is telling us that it was a balcony. Now, we just spoke with the father this afternoon. He is asking for privacy for his family. He says that he is trying to stay strong for his wife and his other children. Now, they are getting a lot of support from family, friends, strangers. Now, over the next 3 days, there are going to be people who can offer their condolences at the Ethiopian Community Center. A tenant tells CTV News the boy's family lived on the 21st floor. She says the boy's father approached her on the main floor asking if she saw his son. She says a few minutes later, first responders showed up.
We were there for a while, just kind of talking about things, and that's when we found out that he had fallen from the balcony, and two residents at least saw him fall. They told us eventually, we had to go to our units to give them a chance to grieve.
The property management company Hazelview Properties declined CTV's interview request. Now, it did issue a statement saying in part, at this stage, we have no indication to believe that the incident was caused by any structural issue or defect with the building. Adding, all balconies at the property meet the safety requirements set out in the building code. Hazelview Properties says that it is offering free counseling services to its tenants. It is also working with Edmonton Police as they investigate the circumstances surrounding this fall. Now, Edmonton Police are not releasing further details at this moment. Naramanisa, CTV News, Edmonton.
One person is dead following a helicopter crash in central Alberta. RCMP recalled to a private landing strip near Range Road 40 in Lacombe County Sunday afternoon. A 54-year-old woman from the hamlet of Benalta died. The 63-year-old pilot from Lacombe County was airlifted to hospital in life-threatening condition. The Transportation Safety Board is now investigating. 27 more Albertans have confirmed cases of measles. That brings the provincial total to more than 1,200 cases. 2 of those new cases are in Edmonton. The majority of the new cases are in the North Zone. Health officials continue to encourage people to ensure they've received 2 doses of the MMR vaccine. Albertans who are not fully vaccinated are advised to be extra careful if they're heading to Calgary Stampede. The highly contagious virus can linger in the air for a couple hours after an infected person has left the area. 2 independent MLAs say work has started to relaunch the Progressive Conservative Party of Alberta. Independent MLAs Peter Guthrie and Scott Sinclair say they need to collect 8,900 signatures in order to register the party with Elections Alberta. They hope to do that by November 27th. The PC party long dominated provincial politics in Alberta. It dissolved in 2017 when it merged with the Wild Rose Party to form the United Conservative Party. Guthrie and Sinclair, who were both removed from the UCP, say this party will be for people who no longer support the UCP.
Albertans will reject the UCP, at least in my opinion, for the same reason that they voted for change back in 2015. That's to get rid of that misconduct and entitlement. Albertans, they need a trusted, legitimate, conservative option on the ballot in that next election.
Guthrie and Sinclair say they will not solicit support from other UCP MLAs, saying they will need to decide for themselves what is right. Alberta Wildfire says the fire danger is currently low across most of the province, but we're not out of the woods yet. Hot weather over the next day or so could make it easier for new fires to start or existing fires to flare up. The majority of the 44 active wildfires in Alberta are under control or being held. 13 are classified as out of control. Fire crews are taking advantage of the conditions to contain those fires before the weather really heats up.
We never put firefighters in the path of a extremely active wildfire. It's just not safe. But when the activity gets down to a level where it's smoldering along the edges of a fire, it's then safe to send crews and heavy equipment and that kind of thing in to build the containment lines.
Alberta Wildfire says it's also keeping a close eye on the potential lightning activity across the province. Well, Josh, we just mentioned it. Some hot weather on the way, and it sounds like that's going to start tomorrow.
Yeah, although only for one day in Edmonton and areas off to the west and northwest, and maybe 2 days in the southeast corner of the province. 24 degrees in Edmonton. We got to the mid-20s today. Should be close to 30 for a daytime high tomorrow. 22 to 24 outside the city. There's your 25 for the daytime high. 2 degrees warmer than average, although we started the day 2 degrees cooler than average at about 10 degrees early this morning here in the city, even cooler in single digits just outside the city. This is what it looks like outside right now with the CTV drone. We had some sunshine to start the day, then a few clouds popped up this afternoon, and we're still dealing with partly cloudy skies out there. And as we just mentioned, temperatures still in the mid-20s. Looks like they'll stay low to mid-20s for the next several hours. You have showers and thunderstorms that have moved their way through northeastern Alberta. This is all now east of Fort McMurray, getting set to cross over to Saskatchewan. A few showers as well south of Grand Prairie, Grand Cache region seeing a little bit of rain. This will all fizzle out as it tracks off to the northeast. So there's the clearing that we're starting to get into here in the Edmonton area. No precipitation in the forecast for tonight. Tomorrow evening, there's a slight chance of seeing a little thunderstorm activity in the Edmonton region. We'll talk more about that. The big story is going to be the heat, though. 16 and partly cloudy tomorrow morning, and then 30 degrees. But as we mentioned, it's one and done. We're right back to average, it looks like, by Wednesday, Thursday. Full look at your 5 and 10-day forecast in a couple minutes.
All right, Josh, thank you. A team from Toronto captured top spot at the annual Brick Invitational hockey tournament. Toronto Pro Hockey defeated the BC Junior Canucks 2-1 in overtime this weekend at the Ice Palace in West Edmonton Mall. The tournament hosts the best 8, 9, and 10-year-old hockey players representing teams from right across North America.
These 8, 9, and 10-year-olds are quite amazing. They're doing everything they do out there because of the love of hockey. They want to to get better. They give it every shift they have. The people can see they are trying so hard.
Earlier in the day, the best eliminated players took part in a Canada versus U.S. game. Team Canada won that one 16-6. Coming up next on CTV News, strange sweets and unique treats. All the crazy concoctions you can try at K-Days.
The dill pickle donuts sound delightful. Also, ice cream nachos.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
Free tickets to K-Days are up for grabs. To get some, all you have to do is support a local business. Festival organizers say this is a win-win for the community. CTV's Amanda Anderson explains.
The expo grounds are starting to take shape for this year's K-Days. It kicks off in less than 2 weeks. And in the meantime, there's a way to get an early taste of the festival.
This is our Midway mix-up.
Yellowed ice cream came up with a flavor that combines several festival favorites.
We bounced flavors back and forth for a little while, and then this was the funnest one that we could think of for this season. Cotton candy, Oreos, and our blue raspberry.
I don't like Oreos, so this will be a test. That's actually pretty good. It works.
Further down White Avenue, you'll find the Klondike Pack at Flirt Cupcakes.
This is our cotton candy here with the confetti. This is our caramel apple, if you can tell. This is our gold rush ones, where it has just like little gold candies, and those are inside the cake as well. And then, of course, our mini donut.
So we've partnered with about 24 local businesses.
People who buy from participating businesses will get free tickets to K-Days. Zia Karmali with Explore Edmonton says more than 16,000 free tickets were given out last year, generating almost 8,000 additional visitors to K-Days.
So far, we've given out over 38,000 tickets to K-Days, which is great. Being able to support these businesses in that way is phenomenal. Last year, we saw $125,000 worth of direct sales coming in to support these local businesses.
She says the benefit for K-Days is attracting more people to the festival, while for businesses, it means exposure.
We've given over 1,200 tickets away. I think it's great for both of us. I think it's exposing us to an audience that otherwise may not even know that we're here. We're just a very small business.
And we're so thankful for K-Days. They just gave us all this for free. It's all all the money goes to us. There's just small business. It helps so much.
The program runs until July 27th. Amanda Anderson, CTV News, Edmonton.
And K-Days is the place to be this summer if you love dill pickles. The fair is once again serving up an assortment of adventurous and unexpected foods to try. More than 35 new food items will be served across the Edmonton Expo Center grounds. That includes ramen burritos, peanut butter and jam chicken waffle cones, cowboy candy mango soft serve, and plenty of pickle-flavored items.
The dill pickle donuts sound delightful. Also, ice cream nachos. I mean, who doesn't love nachos and who doesn't love ice cream? And on a hot summer day, you know, that might be something really cool to check out.
Visitors can vote on their favorite new foods in a number of categories, including sweet, savory, and people's choice. Alberta is joining the federal government's Canada Strong Pass by offering free or reduced admission to some provincial attractions. The Royal Alberta Museum is one of 13 museums and historic sites offering free admission for anyone 17 and under until September 2nd. Entry is half price for people between the ages of 18 and 24. The Canada Strong Pass is offering free or reduced admission to national parks and historic sites this summer. Some of the other Alberta attractions offering free admission include the Royal Tyrrell Museum in Drumheller and the Reynolds Museum in Wetaskiwin. Still to come tonight on CTV News, training wheels, test driving e-scooters and e-bikes before hitting the open road.
A lot of people end up really loving it once they get going.
Programming brought to you by Federated Co-op's Find Your Summer Sweepstakes. Unlock your chances to win at your local co-op.
An international team of researchers may have cracked the code for what makes someone cool. The study, published this week in the Journal of Experimental Psychology, says the personality traits that make someone cool appear to be consistent around the world. The research involved nearly 6,000 people across a dozen countries. It found people considered cool are perceived to be more extroverted, hedonistic, powerful, adventurous, open, and autonomous. The other universal things researchers discovered, these cool traits are either something you have or don't. They cannot be taught. Sorry, Josh, just when I was about to pass on some tips for you. Apparently it just involves striding around the beach. You know?
Yeah, exactly. How'd they get that video of you? Take a look outside right now. It was beautiful.
No cool weather out there today, that's for sure.
No, there is not. Nice and warm, 25 degrees right now, which is the daytime high. That's the Action Furnace River Valley Sky Cam, brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right, it's free. Partly cloudy skies right now. And I think we'll see a few clouds tomorrow morning, but more sun than cloud for the bulk of the day tomorrow, and a handful of degrees warmer than it was today. 25 in Grande Prairie, it's 22 in Fort McMurray, and 23 right now in Red Deer. There's those thunderstorms that push through the Fort McMurray area, now hugging the Saskatchewan border, and some showers here off to the south of Grande Prairie. Those will fall apart before they get even close to the Edmonton region. You see that twist right there? That's the driving feature behind this forecast. You get a big upper level low, and so that's going to haul in some heat out ahead of it for one day tomorrow, and then it will quickly move off to the northeast, and so that'll draw in some slightly cooler air. Not cold, but back into the low 20s for Wednesday and Thursday. So if you don't like the heat, you only get one day of it. Showers and thunderstorms in the northeast fizzling out as the evening wears on. Tomorrow morning, across the northwest, you get a few scattered showers. Here in Edmonton, there's your sunshine after a bit of cloud cover in the morning. Back further to the west, you'll see some increasing cloud, maybe some isolated showers and thunderstorms through the late afternoon and early evening hours. And here's your chance for Edmonton. It looks like all of this probably develops north of the city, but I put at least a slight risk in for the Edmonton region for the evening hours. Better chances, we said, north of Edmonton, and then overnight tomorrow night into early Wednesday morning up in the Fort McMurray region. You might see some overnight thunderstorms. Watch Wednesday. There's the jet stream. Here's your upper level low starting to push into northwestern Alberta and drawing in some slightly cooler air. So some increasing cloud cover on Wednesday. Most of the showers are probably south of us, but again, I put in a slight chance of some showers for the morning hours, I think, particularly on Wednesday. 13 in Fort McMurray, 11 in Grande Prairie, 11 in Red Deer tomorrow morning, and 16 here in the city. Highs near 30 across the northeast, be in the mid to upper 20s in the northwest. 30s for Red Deer, Lloydminster, Coronation, and even Jasper gets into the high 20s tomorrow. The only spots dealing with a heat warning, though, the extreme southeast corner of the province, because for almost everybody, it's a one-off. You get a hot day tomorrow, and then it cools back off. But east of Calgary, into the southeast corner of the province, you'll get 2, maybe 3 days of extreme heat. 23 degrees and partly cloudy skies. 9 o'clock tonight, we'll drop to 16 here in the city. It was 10 degrees this morning, so it'll be a lot warmer tomorrow morning. 26 by lunchtime tomorrow, and up to a high of 30 tomorrow afternoon. As we said, it doesn't get cold Wednesday, Thursday, but back closer to average, 23 and 21 for daytime highs. Very slight risk of a thunderstorm tomorrow evening. A 30% chance of scattered showers Wednesday. This is not going to be heavy, steady rain for either of those events. We're back into the mid-20s, it looks like, for Friday, Saturday, and then another cool down, back closer to 20 once again early next week.
All right, Josh, thank you. The city is giving people a chance to test drive e-bikes and e-scooters for free before they pay for a ride. A Street Sparks event was held at Booster Juice Recreation Center over the weekend. People got to try out e-bikes and e-scooters to get the hang of them. Bird, Lime, and Neuron representatives were there to answer any questions. The city says people who use them feel a lot of the benefits.
Things like e-bikes are really accessible. The electric assist helps people get around, maybe further distances, maybe up hills a little bit more easily. And it also helps people get out and take advantage of the trail.
A second Street Sparks event will be held on Saturday, July 19th at Mayfield Park. When we return, Gingerbread Legislature, a delicious and detailed replica of the center of Alberta politics.
We thought, you know, geez, that would be pretty neat if we could build something like that.
CTV News at 5 continues.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Coming up on CTV National News, the latest on the search for survivors in the deadly flash floods in Texas. Then on CTV News at 6, the Canadian Medical Journal warns about the rise in health information, especially coming from the United States. Plus, the Calgary Stampede is known as a big party, but not so much for people living near one of the music venues. They want the volume turned down late at night. Those stories and much more ahead on CTV News at 5:30 and at 6. Politicians of all stripes have been visiting Calgary for the Stampede. On Saturday, Prime Minister Mark Carney flipped some pancakes in a cowboy hat, although it didn't really go as planned.
I've been in Ottawa. I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do another one. I'm practicing. I got a little cocky there. Responsibility.
This is Carney's first trip to the Stampede as Prime Minister. He was at a Liberal Party fundraiser Saturday afternoon. Oh, yeah. A couple in Edmonton have just finished building a one-of-a-kind miniature model with several difficult yet delicious details. CTV's Connor Hogg has this love story made out of gingerbread.
We need some popcorn, don't we? Matt Intihar and Sheila Guevara are spending some quality time relaxing together. The couple often spends their time in a more unique way by making gingerbread houses.
Both of us inspired each other in doing a project because he's good at what I am not.
The pair was in a local bake shop when they saw a gingerbread castle built by the baker.
We thought, geez, that would be pretty neat if we could build something like that. I don't know if we're up to it, but we could give it a try.
Their first house was simple, so they decided to go bigger. At first, they planned to build a replica of the White House. They ultimately selected the Alberta legislature as their subject. Close to home and easier to research in person.
As time went on, we thought, hey, we can do this or we could add that on, and so slowly it became a bit more detailed as time went on.
Intihar and Guevara worked on their ginger ledge together and separately when their shift work schedules didn't allow for time together.
He come home, I'm sleeping, or I come home, he's sleeping. But I see, when I come home, I see something that he did. I'm like, oh, cool, I can do this.
After 6 months of gingerbread and marzipan, plus painstaking research, baking, sculpting, and resculpting, this is the result.
We managed to finish it, and we're pretty happy with how it looks. I mean, like I say, we're not professional bakers or anything.
I could have not done it by myself.
The happy couple are in the process of finding a place to display their work and also sharing what they learned about each other in the process.
He sits right there and he's just doing this little thing and little thing. It's kind of, looking at him, it's very heartwarming, and he's very graceful doing that, and it makes me push myself harder too.
I guess this kind of thing could pull people apart. Maybe they'd get fed up with each other, but I think for us it did. I think it did bring us together.
Yeah.
Two people who have found extra sweetness in their lives together. Connor Hogg, CTV News, Edmonton.
And that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.